Alrighty, we're going to do a quick reading to see if Trump is going to help out the workers of the United States and fight against big tech. Because I'm not too sure if you're aware of what's going on, but a little bit of a recap and a background check. The tech sector is being dismantled by visa workers. Elon Musk and tech bros is allowing, how do I say, visa holders to come in and replace American citizens. For example, Tesla, they just replaced a ton of Americans with foreign workers. IBM is now moving, I think it was 9,000 people they're getting rid of the United States, moving over to India as well. India. And so I want to know from the cards, is Trump going to step up and make America great and help out the American worker? Or is he going to be a typical traitor, a Trojan horse, and work with big tech, with the oligarchs to just screw over the American worker and the American people while he fuels the economy of foreign lands? That's the question, and that's what we want to know right now today. So, universe, please give us the message and help us know where this is going, because a lot of good people in our country are losing everything. They're losing their homes, they're going homeless, they're on the street because our chief commander is not doing what he needs to do, because Biden also opened the floodgates and really decimated the IT sector and other sectors as well. For example, farming with the H-2A visas, you have the students being wiped out with the visas. I think STEM program, OTP visas, I think they're called, being completely wiped out. So that was Biden, and Trump is following up. So like I've always said, they're the same party. So will Trump put his money where his mouth is and help out the American people, or will he continue to play this game and screw over Americans? So the situation is the Hermit. The Hermit. That's an interesting card to pull. So the whole theme to me feels like he just wants to go away and not say anything. He just wants to go along with whatever big tech wants because they gave him a bunch of money. Elon Musk, I think, gave him over 250 million. A16Z gave him 50 million. That doesn't include the other oligarchs that gave him money to control the White House. And then you have also people like Vivek, his name is, I can't remember the guy's name, but another Indian nationalist, born here, of course, but loyal to India, that wants to bring over more H1 visas, and Elon Musk, who said that we should go and F off because he wants his H1 visas. And Trump is sitting there like a little child, not doing anything to help out the American people. And by the way, I'm not a Democrat, folks. I'm not a Republican. I'm a constitutionalist. So you know I have slammed both the left and the right. I'm telling you what the cards say. This is a hermit, somebody going within, not saying anything and reflecting, but not doing anything about it. And with this card, the way these cards are drawn, I'm getting the vibe of he just being a coward because he can't say anything because he took the money, right? So, what's also blocking him because of this? He has to rest. He's not allowed to say anything. He's not allowed to say anything. The Four of Swords, the mind, he's not allowed to speak out against the oligarchs because they put him in power, they put him in control. And because of that, the American people are suffering. People are losing their jobs right now, folks, left, right, and center. And we have nobody in Congress to help out because they all have their hands in big tech's pocket. That's right. That is right. Disgusting, I know. So that's what's blocking him do also is because he can't do anything. He's basically strapped. He made his bed, now he's laying in it because he took money that he should not have for his election campaign. He was pretty much bought off. Traitor. That's what I'm seeing. So then, what could have brought us here with that? The devil. He may have at one time wanted to make America something better, break away from the addictions, because the devil's reversed here. This means he's addicted, but here's shown that like he did want to really at one time, I believe, to do things differently, to break away from the collusion, from the fraud, from all the aristocrats, the oligarchs, the nightmare we have running our country. He did. So that's the past, right? By the way, it's Celtic cross, in case you're wondering. And by him wanting to do that, then the future, oh, that's something. Oh, Ace of Wands upside down. No new passion, no new drive. So basically, because he took the money, right, he cannot move forward. So the path forward, the future for the American tech worker or American workers in general is no new fire, no new desires, no new initiative, because it's all being drained over to foreign countries. See, initiative is desire, right? When you have the flame, the sword, the wands coming at you pretty hard, and it's upside down, it means that you can't really move forward. You're being restricted. You're being held back from something. So the new potential is being taken because it's being put overseas to India, right? And the farming world is countries of Latin America and so forth. So that's what's going on here. So he basically did at one time want to do the right thing. They took the money. Now he can't say anything, right? And now the future is looking dark because there's no new innovation in America because it's all being shipped overseas. Sure, he may be doing tariffs. We'll do reading on that later, but it doesn't mean anything because there's no workers here to work those jobs. And the salaries have been cut so bad that Americans are taking major pay cuts if they even can find a job, and they're still losing their homes. Why? Because he took money from the oligarchs and has been silenced by it, sleeping in the grave, right? Can't speak out. Now, what were the underlying issues around this? The tower. Wow, what a card. What a card to pull, the tower, you know? He may have in his mind, so this subconscious position, he may have tried to resist the change, but he couldn't because it's going to come down anyway. He had to crash the H-1B programs and the visa programs and all this foreign worker programs to fix it right now, to put a hold on it, to really give Americans who are qualified their jobs back. But he he tried to resist it, but because he was paid off by big tech, he can't. So it's coming crashing down. And what's crashing down is that the jobs are being dismantled in the United States, being pushed overseas. Now it's more of the tech jobs, but I'm also seeing now a lot of visas on the blue collar work too. So construction, plumbing, things like that. Truck drivers are being impacted right now. So even though there are some jobs, they're still mostly being given to foreign workers, not US citizens. That's a fact. And so in his mind, in his subconscious mind, he knows he should have dismantled it. He knows he should have just brought it down, but he didn't. He stalled, right? He didn't make that change as fast as he should have. He didn't make the change at all. He refused to change because why? He was paid off by the big tech oligarchs and taking money from these companies who now control the White House and the executive branch. And what did he know? He knew that what he's doing was going to weigh heavy on the American people. This is card nostalgia, the Six of Cups, and that because of his inaction to protect the American people, he knows it's probably going to cost him the midterm because people are tired, they're fed up, and they just want to work and they can't. Their jobs are being taken from them. Their livelihoods are being taken from them. They can't afford medical. They can't afford to pay their rent. They can't afford anything. They're losing it all because Trump refused to stand up against the oligarchs, took their money, sat silence. He may have wanted to break the addiction in the past of the elite running everything, but he got paid off by them anyway, right? And so now because of that, there's no more innovation in the United States. American people are going to remember that. They're going to remember how it was and how it is right now. And right now is not making America great again. It's making America crap again, right? That's what's going on here. It's continuing on the Biden policies, all he has done. And then the tower, in his mind, he knew that he should have brought down, but he didn't. He resisted the change. And so now what's going to happen is it's going to bring down the economy. It's going to probably push through digital currencies of some type and just cause a lot of chaos for the Americans. Now, what is the desires of this from the oligarchs? Interesting. That is the Four of Pentacles. They want to control everything, right? So your tech bros, your Elon Musk, your Bill Gates, all these tyrants want to control everything, control all the wealth and give you nothing. They want to leave you pretty much destitute and naked, right? They want to leave you with nothing while they hold all the money. Because, my friends, what does red and blue equal? Purple, the color of kings, tyrants. And this card shows it perfectly. That is what is going on. All right. So that's what they desire. That's what they want out of this. They want to control everything, every facet of your life, right? You can own nothing and you will like it. That's the goal. That's what they have in mind for us. Then we're going to look at external influences is the sun. They're going to be happy and dancing at our demise as they feed foreign nationals our wealth. They don't care because they're still meeting their corporate agenda. They have wonderful profit margins. They're making a killing because they're only paying these people pennies on the dollar. So while they're screwing over the American worker, they don't really care. They're having fun in the sun. Fun in the sun. They're dancing at our demise. That's what's going on. That's the outside influence, is the happiness that they have in right warm country. That's where all the work is going. India, the East. All right. So then After that, we're going to see what kind of fears they may have. Ace of Swords. They may fear that if they keep pushing too much, the American people are going to have a little bit of clarity what's going on and have enough of it. And that's where sometimes you got to fight fire with fire. And that's what they don't want. But that's what they're a little bit afraid of, that Americans will wake up to this and find ways around the corruption and try to put an end to it. But again, and the outcome would then be the King of Wands. The outcome would be that the people just will want a new leader, a new person. Maybe they'll want to try to impeach Trump, right? Because he ran the ticket on about making America great again and helping the American worker, helping the American people. He's not doing that. He's basically he lied, Trojan horse. He basically went against what he said he would do. So people are saying promises kept. Baloney. Promise was not kept. A lot of people in the tech sector voted for this man to stop the H1 program, to slow it down, to bring jobs back, and he did not do that. So the outcome could be, because there's no innovation, people may want to basically have him impeached and moved out of power. So that's what I'm seeing. Now, with that being said, can we get any more insight from Lenormand? I'm going to use the Patrick Valens deck for that as well. And again, if drop your comments on this reading so far. What are your thoughts? What do you think? Give it a like, share it with your friends, whatever, please drop some comments. I want to hear your thoughts. I like to know what you feel about this. Do you agree, disagree? And again, I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. I'm neither. I don't really care about politics. I'm just sharing what the cards show. And if you like this Celtic cross as well, let me know. I'll do more of it. I haven't done many of these here on YouTube at all. So, because they're kind of big. But anyway, if you like it, I'll do more of them. So what does Lenormand have to tell us to further on this whole thing about how they want to maintain power, the oligarchs, right? Trump is a liar. He knew he should have changed and he didn't. He was trying to break away from habits of the past, but he couldn't because he was paid off. Now he's silenced by them, right? He has to go into this rest thing. That's why the Hermit and the Four of Swords go together so well. He knew that people are going to basically react to this because they're looking at the way things were, right? The tradition of America is being destroyed, being dismantled at a very fast pace. There's no innovation whatsoever. The oligarchs who are in control, this is the influence of the oligarchs, the outer world, that they want to have all the money. They're very happy about the way things are going. They're afraid that people may actually wake up to it. And because of that, they may want to have a power change and get rid of this king, this very reckless king. The King of Wands is the fire king, and he's a king in the Rider-Waite deck where he wants to jump up and get out of that chair. He ain't got time for any crap at all, and he's sick of it. Well, I'm looking at this as like the people around this guy want to pull the king down. They're tired of it. They want their country back. That's what I'm seeing. All right, so Lenormand, give me some answers, please. We need some more clarity here. We have the scythe, right? Cut away addiction. People want to cut away the challenges. They want their jobs back because they're facing a cancer. All the foreign workers coming into the country is a cancer against our society. It's taking away our wealth so we can't prosper. And it's causing people so much confusion and stress because they cannot find a way to get ahead. They're being held back all the time. And because they're being held back, it's breaking their heart, and they're confused because they thought this man Trump would have did what he said, make America great again, and he's not. He's making foreign countries great again. And as far as the energy of the dice, what do we got? We have a 5. My gosh. So through the speech that he gave us, right? All the lies and manipulation and the decisions he said he would do, he gave us a 5 of struggle, 5 of the rat, right? 2 and 3. Isn't that funny, my friends, how you have a 23, right? 23, that's a 5. That's a cancer. These people coming here taking away our jobs are cancers to our country. We need to eradicate, right? Because making us confused. We don't know what has happened, what we do, but what people don't. They're like, what heck has happened here? Because he promised one thing, did something else, and we're heartbroken over it. And because that is cutting out our hearts, it's making us miserable. You see that? Scythe cutting out the hearts. And the challenges only lead to more confusion because these people are speaking on both sides of their mouth. They're not keeping their damn word. Anyway, do I want to play more cards? I don't think so. That's all I have for today on this reading because I'm fired up, as you can tell. And until next time, all my beautiful friends, thank you for watching Word with Twist Tarot here with me, Kev. And give us a like, drop me a comment. And until next time, thank you. And I'll see each and every one of you in the next video. All right. Bye, everyone.